Welcome back to Income Trading 101. Today we are going to take a look at Alibaba, symbol BABA. This is their stock that's traded here in the US. They've been in the news quite a bit over the last few months, and this is just going to be a technical analysis review of it. So not looking at the news and whatnot, but I really would like to get a sense of where some repeat levels and whatnot. So I think we're sitting on a major support right now. But we'll get to that here in a minute. Today is Tuesday, April the 6th. Let's dive in. So first I'm going to get rid of this. Actually, before I get rid of the volume, I'm going to go ahead and just stretch this out so we can just get a sense of where Baba has been. IPO'd back in 2014. And you can see it popped, came on down, and had a nice little climb higher, pulled back in 2019, and is sort of still, grinded higher, pulled back with the pandemic, and then just shot through the roof. Largely, I think any of the retail, anyone that sold items online, the online retailers, and Baba being one of the companies that supplies a lot of the products that get sold online, connecting sort of manufacturers in China with people who are looking to retail it. Baba saw a lot of growth in 2020, and then it's come off since late 20, and it gets us up to where we are now. So I'm just going to go ahead and stretch this. Where do I want to start? We'll just go from the beginning of this overall upward trend. In many of these videos, I go all the way back to the pandemic, but the recovery from the pandemic. But ultimately, this upward trend really started back in 2019, beginning of 19. So let's take a look at some moving averages just to get us started, give us a nice footing on where we are. I like to use the same setup every day, and I like walking through it just so that you guys see exactly what I'm doing. So I do a 10-day. I like looking at a 20-day. 20-day I use as my sell signal. The 10 I use as my buy, shorter term purchase signal. And then I like to have a 60-day average, just to keep me, just give me an idea of where sort of a little bit longer period, the 60-day being a 3-month trading data line. So plenty of up movement, few periods where there have been pullbacks, some choppiness that we saw back here in 2019, and then another upward period, a little downward, and then honestly we'll call it from May, really that should have been mid-March of 2020, post-pandemic, all the way through December. We just had through October, we had a strong up move. And since then, we've had some pullback, and now we are trying to get a sense. So on the daily right now, you can see all moving averages are in line. The 10-day is lower than the 20, which is lower than the 60, which is an indication of a downward trend. Let's see what happens when we take it to a shorter time frame. Still the same. At the 1 hour, you have the 10 period, because it's no longer daily bars. These are hour bars. You have the 10 lower than the 20, which is lower than the 60, which is an indication of a downward trend for sure. And for those that don't, if you're ever using this and you can't get a good visual, you can always look at the actual numeric values up here in the upper left hand corner. So let's take this down to the 30-minute level. The 30-minute level, we have a little bit more congestion with the 10 period higher than the 20 but lower than the 60. So this could be a change in trend. It also could just be a little bit of a stall on this overall pullback. And we see congestion again in the 15-minute, with the 10-day being higher than both the 60 and the 20. It actually is going 10 period, 60 period, and then 20 period as the lowest. So congestion here. But as the market just opened on Tuesday, we're going to see in real time, most likely, we're going to see in real time how this moving average is going to be affected as we go. So we just had an open price a little bit above where the close was yesterday, and then it ticked off just a little bit. Let's go ahead, take this back to the daily, and we're going to take a look at the MACD just to get a better sense of what the MACD is showing on this stock as well. On the daily, look at that. We had a crossover that pulled below the zero line, which I like that as a nice sell signal. But now we're looking at a crossover a bit. It's trying to figure out whether this is going to go higher or lower. We're kind of stalling out. So this is how the MACD tends to respond during periods of sideways movement. You can see it doing that back here as well. We can certainly see it in other periods of sideways market movement. So that's why I always have the caveat of waiting for it to fall below the zero line, both the MACD and the signal line. You want a crossover and a change from positive to negative or negative to positive. So down here, the values are negative. I want to see a crossover of the MACD, which is the blue line, above the signal line, which is red. And I want to see them both go above the zero line. Let's take this down to the 1 hour and see if there's anything. So I like to enter trades on the lower time frames. So we do have this crossover here of the MACD and the signal line, but it never quite made it positive. Pulled back. We've got another crossover that's happened yesterday. We'll see if this is going to be the one that pulls above. Certainly looks like it could be. Let's take it to the 30-minute. 30-minute, we had a crossover yesterday as well, and it looks like this thing could end up pulling positive, which would be a nice little buy signal. We'll see how long it might be. And then at the 15-minute, I imagine it's about the same. Yeah. So on the 15-minute chart, both the MACD, you can see both the MACD and the signal line have pulled into positive territory. And just as with just like with the moving averages, you can look in the left-hand corner of this indicator, and it'll show you the numeric values. They're over here in this region where the mouse is. So when I pull this all the way back over, you see that both the blue and the red are above the zero line, which is a positive. So looking bullish today. You can see we pulled back a little bit on the open after gapping open, and now we've pulled on higher. So this could be a good day for Baba. Let's take this back to the 1 day completely, and I want to do a couple of things. First off, I want to do a Fibonacci analysis from this full trend that started back in 2019. Yeah, even this 2018 part, late 18. So I just want to get a sense. I try to get the very tip of that wick as well. Some people like doing that. Some want to get it to just the close, but I like doing it this way. Gives me an idea. So very nice. You can see that right now we are sitting around the 50% retracement of that larger 2-year. That was almost a 2-year upward trend with a couple of periods of channeling, but we're sitting right on top of some key support. So you see how that 50% at the 50% retracement, that area acted as resistance in January of 2020, in February of 2020. It pushed a little bit in June of 2020 until it broke through. And when it broke, it gapped. You see that? It gapped and stayed above. And then it became a bit of resistance. Even though we broke this resistance by a few dollars in December of 2020, it's looked more like support. It's looked more like support since January of 2021. And right now, it really looks like support. We saw it as support March the 8th. Saw it as support here 15th, 16th of March. Ended up being still support last week, March 25th, 26th, and currently. So I think this is a really key area. Definitely want to keep an eye on this region because, I like when Fibonacci, I like when multiple indicators show you similar things. And this, to me, this 224.68, 225 region for this stock appears to be support. So that being said, if it ends up being support, you definitely can almost expect this more near-term price level of 240 to be tested again. If we blow past the 240, I would expect it to then start to approach, this 246, 248 range. Also acted as support. We'll see if it ends up being resistance, and if we blow through that, this thing has the power to get all the way up to 275 again. And if we go past that, maybe Baba will be re-entering a bit of a bullish trend, a continuation of the previous trend. Of course, if support does not hold, right? If this support does not hold and we break through, I would start looking at that $200 range. I think this thing could easily drop another $20 before finding another support level that might hold it. So all in, that is it for today. It's funny with this Fibonacci analysis, it let me clearly see the support and resistance. I didn't really need to go back and draw anything special, but this is definitely a stock that's in play. So hopefully this analysis has helped you some. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the video. I love making these videos, and seeing subscribers and seeing comments just makes it that much more fun. So take care, have a great day, and happy trading. Bye-bye.